What's standing out to you right now about how the game unfolded?
Yeah, really two things. Defensively, probably our best game plan execution of the year. It was a big point of emphasis after the Clipper game. Even though there was a lot of guarded possessions where they made tough shots, our game plan execution could have been better, and I thought our guys responded tonight and maybe had our best of the year. This team's very difficult to guard, even with Butler out. Like I said, they won 5-1, 5 of the last 6 without Butler, and our guys really brought it on the defensive side of the ball, held them again to under 40 points in the paint. I think 36 points in the paint is a point of emphasis that we're trying to get better at with containment, with our gaps, with our low man commitment. Whether it's a low man small or our fives, just blocking shots at the rim. Our paint defense is getting better, and then offensively, the trust, right? The trust and trying to get the right guys, the right shots. More shots for our laser three-point shooters. Grayson Allen gets 14, goes 9 for 14. Brad and Book got some, and then those guys rewarding it back, to some of the role players. So the trust is building. 30 assists. Book and Brad 19 assists between the two of them, and those two things combined, I was happy with the overall performance, and we closed it out. Like, there have been times we've been up 15, 20 points and allowed teams to get back in it. So that's another step for us as well.
Curious, what do you feel like were keys to slowing down Herro tonight?
Yeah, you got to chase him. Not to get it too far into what our plan is with him, but you got to chase him inside the three-point line and then swarm him, the best you can. And it's difficult to do with Bam as the roller, right? Because the more you commit off of Bam, then he gets going behind. So they got a lot of guys that can hurt you. Like I said, this is not a. I want to understate how excited I am about holding that team under 100 points.
Another thing I have was with Grayson, you repeatedly said his value to this team is high, one of the best players on the team. How good was it for you to see him not only finding the three, but being aggressive and looking for a shot?
Yeah, look, when our team shares the basketball, okay, the basketball guys reward you, you know what I mean? And he's always been aggressive. Sometimes we don't get enough shots for Eric Gordon and Grayson Allen, but we're training our stars to look for those guys, and we're training our role players, to make smart plays with one-mores, like when they have a one-more to those guys, look for them as well, So Grayson, Eric Gordon as well, we're trying to get more threes for those guys, and paid off tonight.
Offensively, obviously you mentioned the 30 assists, but also just 9 turnovers. What has been clicking to just kind of take care of things a little better and not cough those up?
Yeah, I yelled at our team for having 17 last game, before the game. I said there's a lot of things we did well in the Clippers game, but we don't turn the ball over 17 times, we'll be better. It's a discipline thing. Sometimes it's about pressure and whatnot, teams forcing turnovers, but, the ball security, is responsible for is a responsibility of everybody on the floor. And, we all got to be better there.
How did you see the guys respond to the stops and get on and run off them?
Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to build. I'm trying to build an elite defense without fouling. We still fouled too much, or got called for fouls too much, I should say. I don't know if all of them were fouls. I wasn't happy with all of that. But if we defend without fouling and force misses, then we can get this talent out in the open court where we're really lethal.
Were there any health updates? It looked like Bradley had something there, and then there was something for Cole and Nurkic as well.
Yeah, Bradley's fine. Didn't need to come out of the game, or said after the game that he's fine. Nurk just got hit in the eye. It was more of an eye thing, not a concussion thing. And Bull has a right ankle sprain. X-rays negative.
Coach, how important is it for Drew to have a game like this where he was basically out of the rotation and now tonight he worked his way into it and played well?
Yeah, it was a really good bounce back game for Drew. He had been struggling there for a bit, and combination of him struggling and us wanting to look at Udoka. We had that stretch where he wasn't really playing, and those guys have decisions to make. What's their attitude going to be like during that time? How are they going to work to stay ready? What kind of things are they going to do to improve their play? And Drew did all those things. He had a positive attitude about it. Really asked a lot of questions about things that he can do better, and came in and had a response game tonight. So, and it was needed with Nurk going out. So, good job, Drew.
What was your reaction when Grayson just kept making 3 after 3 and he just caught fire? I think it was career high 9 threes as well.
Yes, get him more shots. But it's also I'm happy with why he's getting them. You know, we're really trying to build that trust. You know, to get our best shooters more shots. You know, it's a simple thing, but you know, something we have been emphasizing the last few days, and you know, I know he's not gonna pass them up. So if we get him enough shots, he knows what to do with it.
When you guys got Grayson in the trade, what was your initial thought of him, of what you had seen before he got there?
Yeah, I mean, I always loved his game. You know, I just I was surprised that he was in. I don't know if he was a late addition, but I was surprised that he was a part of it. And I was like, well, heck, that's a heck of a piece. You know, I was disappointed about losing Kamara, you know, but, you know, to get Grayson Allen in that, I was really excited about. But I didn't foresee the way he's played for us this year. I think he's exceeded all of our expectations from that standpoint. You know, a great part of the trade.
Thanks, Ray.
Okay.
Thanks,